Well, an NRL season is the ultimate test of physical and mental endurance, and let's kick it off now. 2023 is underway. Good luck to your club this season. And there's Christian Welsh, a veteran of 6 origins for Queensland, who is tackled for the first time in the season. And the Parra chant billowing around Combank Stadium from the outset here. Big Nelson Arciva Solomona. What an impact he had last year playing in that wide running role. We'll see whether he replicates that this season. And Welsh once again. Can Melbourne maintain that remarkable record of never having lost a round 1 game under Craig Bellamy's coaching? Ball back for Jerome Hughes. And a long kick downfield where Mike Acebo is waiting for it. He's such a popular figure here at Parramatta, and he re-signed during the week until the end of season 2025. And Wonga Blake this time lined up on the wing in the grand final. He's back to his more customary role in the centres. Now Isaac Lumi. One of the new Parramatta players, 6 of them overall, wearing Eels colours for the first time this evening. Now Campbell Gillard confronted strongly there, and a big shot. Liero part of that. Hodgson, lovely flat pass, and Polo away to Moses, and a little set-piece play here for the Eels. It'll be interesting to see how these combinations gel. Moses rushed on his first kick of the evening. And Nick Meaney there to retrieve it. And here's some good imposing defence by Parramatta, with Wonga Blake there and along with Junior Polo. There's some mention that the new faces in the forward pack, only 2 remain from the grand final last year, and that is the 2 front rowers in Campbell Gillard and Polo. The rest are all different. There's a slick bit of play by Munster. The show and go. It didn't take long for it to come out, but the ball might have been turned over here. Hodgson's got it back for Parra.
Yeah, a couple of tricky plays. 2 dummies from Cameron Munster, which we've become accustomed to seeing. And the one-on-one strip, Josh Hodgson.
Oh, they are making plenty of noise. The Parra locals in the early exchanges. A good high-octane start to the game tonight. Campbell Gillard put down by Nelson Arciva Solomona, and Welsh in centre field. Hopgood. They play around the back. Oh, he was absolutely ironed out after passing Mitchell Moses.
Oh, he's grabbing his shoulder. These are the tackles where you pass the ball and you naturally relax. And you watch Moses, the ball come to Moses, he looks for the pass. Eli Katoa hits him.
That's the decision. Let's go. We're moving on. Let's go.
You can't do that.
Parra will take an early shot at penalty goal. Brad, it's a beautiful night here, and the fans they're up for it for the first game of the year. Welcome.
Thanks, Matthew. It's incredible atmosphere here, and I've got to say the ground, Eli Katoa couldn't blame the conditions. The field is so beautiful. All the footwork of all the players is so crisp at the moment. Very muggy. So you're going to find as the minutes get on in the game, the players will get a bit of sweat. We might see a bit of drop ball, a little bit of a breeze coming towards the tunnel. But I've got to say, if you're going for a 40-20 or anything like that, there wouldn't be much roll in this grass, but great conditions, bit muggy. Let's see if it plays a part.
Good on you, mate. Soak it all in. It's wonderful to have rugby league back.
I thought that tackle had gone out of the game. We hadn't seen that for a long time.
Yeah, you got to get it right. Really hard to pull out at top speed, but if you're a fraction late on those tackles, the game's coming down on you.
Moses has kicked the first goal of the season. Still some uncertainty as to where Mitchell will end up, but whatever Parra does in 2023, he's going to be instrumental in that once again.
He'll sign here. I think it'll be done this week.
Know something we don't, Andrew Johns?
No, I don't.
Campbell Gillard now. Parra with a great winning record against Melbourne. It's the best record of any current team. They've won their last 4 against them. The 2 results last year, a round 25 victory here, and round 3 was down in Melbourne, and that remarkable finish, if you think back, it was a golden point game where the ball bounced off the post and Ray Stone got it back and scored, and in the act of doing that, he did his ACL and didn't play again. In Parramatta colours, he ends a long way off from the game for the Dolphins on Sunday, Ray Stone.
We're only 6 minutes in, but I've been watching the dummy half really closely, Josh Hodgson. And he's combining well with his halves. Service is good. There's no rust there at all. Coming back from a long-term injury. He's missed a lot of footy, Josh Hodgson. Looks sharp.
See, Nick Meaney's been good value for this Storm club. Again, wearing Ryan Pappenhausen's number 1. Still no great certainty around when we'll see Ryan back in the game. A 40-20 shot here by Harry Grant. Gutherson races back and picks it up near his goal line, but it's a good kick chase, and Hughes, as always, is the first man down there.
Yeah, it was a nice kick by Harry Grant, just playing field position early in this game. Very hard to catch Clint Gutherson out of position. He's probably the best fullback positionally in the competition.
Really rattling off the defensive line here, Melbourne. There's a run. Lumi busted the first tackle and picks up an extra 10 metres for his team.
Played a bit of footy for Melbourne. He actually debuted in 2020, Isaac Lumi. He finds himself a home here at Parramatta and earns his team a penalty. Here come the Eels on the attack.
They've got some value out of the Fijian wingers over the years, this Parramatta outfit, haven't they? Micah Sivo and Semi Radradram even before that. With runs like that, it won't take long for Isaac to achieve Colt status. Pole or tackle within 26 of Melbourne's line. And the ball now to Campbell Gillard. Grant with the legs tackle. And Liero up the top. Moses to the line. Dumps a pass away to Dory, the former Bulldog. Good defence. Cameron Munster. And now Hopgood, and now Polor, and quick hands again. What about that for a set piece? It's glorious footy from Parra. Sivo got it back infield, and Melbourne's defence had to rush. They stopped the try, but they've got a 6 again call here.
Great footy.
Wasn't that a play? And Polar, his offloading has been dynamic throughout the early stages here. And a try is coming to Lumi.
No, he's gone out.
Oh, he's gone over.
20-minute
Xavier
restart.
Coates with a try saver in the corner.
Both feet.
Sideline to sideline stuff.
Parramatta are using the football. They go on the left-hand side and then they zing it straight back on the right. Will Penasini one-on-one with Tonamapaya.
Both feet.
Oh,
And then Coates. That's a big play.
He held his nerve.
Big play.
talk to me about that set piece. There was about 3 runarounds.
We might touch on that next break of play. There's a lot of runarounds, and what it does, it stops the defence rushing up, which creates room on the outside. Next break of play, we might break that down and talk about it.
Beautifully executed. Now Katoa. 46 games for the Warriors before a shift to the Storm that has impressed everyone down there in Stormland, including the man next to me, Billy Slater. Welsh inside Parramatta territory. Terrible Achilles injury, that one. They're so hard to recover from. And there's an overlap here for Melbourne, and Coates gets to the outside, throws it on the boot as the bounce in. He got it, went dead. Meany was trailing through. They got on the outside of them. There was a genuine chance there.
That's another one of those plays where a forward just promotes the ball. On that occasion, it was Trent Liero on the left-hand side. Meany, a beautiful pass to Coates.
Is this round 1 or round 11?
It's a top shelf game.
They've just launched end to end, sideline to sideline. Freddie spoke about the ground. It looks rock hard and fast.
There's a good tackle. Good impact from Welsh down low. Liero, the man over the top.
Yeah.
Hodgson for Jermaine Hopgood.
It's as good a surface as I've seen. It's fast, it's dry, short. This is going to suit these fast players. Here's one.
Ugh. Moses versus Nelson. There's only one winner there.
Wait, hurry, wait. Stay there, Regan.
Now Dylan Brown had 17 try assists in 2022. The New Zealand 5'8", ranked 10th in the league in that area. Yes, Brad, down to you.
A couple of significant changes from a referee's point of view. One is the referee will only have one call now at the tackle, so players got to break away a bit quicker, which is a real advantage for the attacking team. The other one is defenders need a penalty to the Melbourne Storm. The other one is the players need to actually be standing behind the referee. It used to be your back foot used to be behind the referee, so there's an extra metre as well for the attackers. So maybe the benefit of those two changes we're seeing very early in the season.
Were they looking to attack here, Bill?
Well, this is the first set start for the Melbourne Storm. They won't quite get into the opposition half to start their set, but you want to be keeping an eye on their two halves, Cameron Munster and Jerome Hughes. When they combine and get together, that's when their danger plays are on.
He's got a fast haircut, Harry Grant, for the start of the year, doesn't he?
Fast. Call it something else.
He's got a clip short on the side. That's fast. That's a knock
You gotta
on.
play when you can. That was before the held call.
There's a drop ball there by Big Nelson. He's not happy.
Yeah, just trying to play the ball a little bit too quick there, Joey.
Yeah, we spoke about Parramatta playing with great width, especially off the dummy half. Here it is. And watch when the ball goes wide to Junior. With the run around, the defence stops. Normally the outside defence is there for Melbourne, rushes and cuts it off. But because the ball goes to Junior Polo, the outside defence has to stop, which made room on the outside. That's a couple of times they've used that run around play, Parramatta. Playing with tremendous width off the dummy half to Junior, who's doing those turn-up, run-around plays. Had some success.
And Hodgson, that lovely left-to-right pass that is one of his trademarks. 33 years of age, 138 games in a Raiders jersey for Josh Hodgson, and he finds himself as an Eel for the first time tonight.
His service has been first class. Just the long balls. I saw it there, hit the mark, hits it there quickly.
Campbell Gillard getting through a power of work.
Oh, Harry Grant, he's limped out of that one.
Moses to Brown to Blake. And tackle made by Remus Smith. Had a long time on the sidelines last year with a torn pec.
Last tackle, Nelson. Josh.
And the last play now, Hodgson with a deft kick to the end goal. It's touched over the back by Nick Meaney. They are asking plenty of questions.
Yeah, he's a classy player, Josh Hodgson. Used all his experience here, went down a short side, realised that Nick Meaney was on the open, shapes to pass, which creates the space to kick through, brings Hughes up, and then perfectly weighted Wanga Blake eagerly chases, and finally Nick Meaney gets over there. They gain another set.
Let's go.
Well, you saw that camera angle, ball in two hands. What it does to the defence made him stop.
Short by Munster. Oh, he's nailed it. He nailed that distance and the height.
Well, two Parramatta players competed for it. It was Cartwright and Blake. No communication.
What about Nelson's pass?
Regan, let go. Dylan.
There's no feeling out period for the first game of the season. They're straight into it. Welsh with an offload this time. Oh, they put it down.
Well, he came out of a tackle before, Harry Grant. I don't know whether it's a cork or it's his collided knees with somebody, but he hobbled out. You just see he's not comfortable out there. Really pulled out of one of the plays and pulled out of the defensive line, was hobbling in back plate. Here's the offload. Just takes his eyes off the ball there, Harry.
Yeah, that's 2 sets in a row. The first one was Nelson Asafa-Solomona in the play the ball, and then a knock on there from Harry. You don't want to invite fatigue into your game.
Now, one of the other rule changes is that the tactic of holding the ball in the scrum is no longer permissible. Good tackle around the legs. Young Tonamapaya out there. So teams that tried to hold the ball in to catch their opposition offside from the scrum, they will actually be penalised should they try to do that this year forward. Here's Dory. 6 more tackles coming here.
It's the third, isn't it, to Parramatta?
And another offload from Polar, and Campbell Gillard was there to get it off Hodgson. Only 6 metres short. And they have looked very slick, the home team. But this Melbourne defence is up to the task just at the moment as Brown floats it over. Not any longer.
Oh, it's forward.
Forward pass.
He's first off.
Wow.
Everyone was looking at Sevo's spectacular put down, but we forgot to check the ref. He said it was forward.
What's your thoughts, Billy?
Nah, I thought it was good. I thought it was good live. You see, Josh Hodgson again just holds the ball up beautifully. The halves combine, and then Dylan Brown.
That's fine.
We're not in line with that, but that looked good out of the hands.
Micah doesn't think so.
No, he
knows there's a try.
They get away with one there, Melbourne. They'll want to complete this set and get out of this end of the field. It's been all Parramatta of late.
Oh, Tonamapaya has busted through the scrum defence. Oh, and they've compounded it, so they will see Parramatta's end of the field.
Mark that down. That's a small turning point. You can see the captain, Clint Gutherson, is not happy with his defenders. Just an easy leg out. They've had all the pressure and all the field position. Para.
Another juggle. I suppose with the humidity and the heat comes a lot of perspiration, which can play a factor in terms of ball handling. We're seeing evidence of that so far. As Meany drops one underneath. And young Tonamapaya once again tackled just outside the 30. Across the line now, Cameron Munster in his 10th season as a Melbourne Storm player. Plays it on the 20. The ball to Hughes. He scored 12 tries himself last year. And he's tackled on play 5. Grant with a scoop and run, and he goes to Welsh, who charges towards the post, but Para's defence repels the assault.
No thought of kick there, Billy, at all.
No, Harry Grant spotted something, and darted out a dummy half and picked up one of his ruck forwards and his captain, Christian Welsh. A great defence by Parramatta.
Brad Arthur, Parramatta's coach, joins us. Welcome to the new season, Brad. Great to chat. You've had a lot of early ball here, but Melbourne just holding you up at the moment.
Yeah, just some of our timing. I think we're a bit flat and walking onto the ball. We need to just get it a bit deep and be moving onto the footy and try and generate some ruck speed.
Brad, what's pleasing you from your team in the opening 20 minutes?
Well, I think we're reasonably calm and we're playing with a bit of patience. We've still had some pass on the ball. But, you're playing against the Melbourne Storm, we don't give you much, so we're just going to have to grind and be prepared to play to the 80th.
Thank you, Brad. We wish you well.
Thanks, boys.
Great to talk to Brad Arthur. Great access for you. Everyone here on Nine's Wide World of Sports inside the Parramatta's coach's box. That wouldn't be annoying at all, Billy, would it?
Wouldn't know. That's great insight that the coaches give us, and Brad Arthur's certainly one of those.
We'll get you at Origin time, don't worry. There's a run.
Up now. Got away here, Regan. Matt. Wait.
Xavier Coates, his 50th NRL game tonight. Strong defence by Cartwright that time. Graham with a scurry. And the ball underneath now to Remus Smith, who wants to get up and play this quickly, and he's able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh! He was bent awkwardly, Grant, and Hopgood came over the top and collected a good chunk of him. Munster with a kick towards Lumi's wing. He was part of the Canterbury club last year, Isaac Lumi, but couldn't get a start at NRL level, so an opportunity for him here just up the road at Parramatta.
Yeah, 21 minutes into this game, and you can see the Melbourne Storm starting to attack the middle third of the field. Regan Campbell-Gillard and Junior Polo have done a lot of work. I think both coaches will be looking to their bench shortly.
Here's Gutherson. And now Bryce Cartwright. Just his second starting game in Parramatta colours this evening. His 30th appearance for the club. A long kick that lands sweetly with Nick Meaney. Wonderful way to start the season here. At one of the great grounds of the NRL, the boutique Combank Stadium.
6 again.
Well, the atmosphere bouncing around, and hopefully you can feel it wherever you're watching around the country. Here's Coates. Well, they're the masters of the arm wrestle, Melbourne. They can hang in, and then momentum can change very quickly as Welsh scoops one out the back, and now Big Nelson.
Bring it, move! Play the ball, Nelson!
He's slow up there too. Might be some blood coming from Nelson's face as Tonamapea tries to work into a gap out wide. The trainer's with Big Nelson now. He might be due for a rest anyway. Now Welsh with another offload. And King, he pops a pass out the back, and Harry Grant's kick to the in goal is a very good one.
Billy, a lot of offloads from the Melbourne Storm. Normally they don't play that style of footy. It's already 8 or 9 offloads in the game.
Yeah, it's a natural part of Christian Welsh's game. He can create a whole heap of offloads, and then that became infectious with Josh King. But traditionally the Melbourne Storm want to play the percentages. The offloads aren't accustomed to the Storm, but given the fact that Christian Welsh, it's a part of his game, there's going to be a tough set for Parramatta. They're going short.
Gutherson gets it perfectly. He gets that right on the money as well.
It's a massive play if you can pull that off. If you can get that ball back. Massive play.
Well, the strike rate's 2 from 2 so far. We saw a few ordinary ones last year. I'd imagine the teams have had a fair chunk of time practicing that skill throughout the summer months. Now Polo. 5 tackles gone, and that's some rough treatment on the Samoan World Cup captain. Meaney on the cart back. Tackled by Cartwright. Now here's Will Warbrick, whose name we haven't called so far. The Olympic silver medal winner with the New Zealand team and the Rugby Sevens at the Tokyo 2020 Games. Scored a try in each of Melbourne's 2 pre-season hit-outs, and he looks quite the athlete, although I think he's feeling the pinch in the early part here. Coates. As the kick goes towards the wing, it was too deep off the boot.
Well, we've seen Cameron Munster do that before, kick to open space. He had his winger Xavier Coates on the chase. It was a nice run by Eli Katoa, created a quick play of the ball. kick was just a little bit too long.
Danica, you've got a special guest joining you.
Yes, I do have a very special guest, Sean Garlick, former Roosters and South hooker. Now, a big night for you. Your son, Bronson, he's sitting on the bench. He's patiently waiting, and I hear you have quite the crew that's come with you.
We do, yeah. We have a lot of his mates out here, family and friends, 80 in total, actually, that are all here. You can see him up there. Have a look at him.
And your parents, tell us about their trip.
Well, my parents were away on holidays in Vietnam, and once they had the news, they weren't due back to the weekend. They flew back and just got in today, just in time. So it's been a great couple of days, you know, a pleasant surprise. I mean, he's 27, so he's been patient and persistent, and hopefully he'll have a good one tonight.
Yeah, well, you must be so proud of the dedication that he's shown, and all eyes will be on him. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Matt, back to you.
Thanks, Danica. Well done to Sean and all the family. He's a great rugby league man, Sean Garlick. And Bronson's been toiling away for many years and gets a reward tonight. Now, there's a shot on Gutherson after a kick here, and yeah, that's a penalty. A mid-air tackle.
Is that Alec McDonald on the field? I think it's his first involvement.
Yeah, he got surprised by the height of Mitchell Moses. He went out to put pressure on him.
Yeah. It's pretty cut and dried.
You watch when Moses hits the ball, he really leaps up high after contact with his plant foot.
Put him in a vulnerable position. I understand.
It's a lot of drive, a lot of power in that kick.
We try to make sure he comes to the ground in the manner that's
So they've got 2 points at their mercy should they choose that. There's some deliberation as to whether they continue to attack.
What do you do here, Joey?
I'd take the 2.
Let's go, guys. Hurry
Early
up.
in the year, I'd take the tap.
Wait, Josh. Wait, Josh. Okay. Wait here. Wait.
Josh Hodgson. Oh, he nearly dropped that. That's Murchie who's on the field. Can you imagine that's his first touch as a Parramatta player? Drops it cold.
Murchie one of the 2.
Moses with a switch. Oh, pressure. Ball. Gutherson did well just to catch that. He got smashed for his trouble. Here's Dory now.
Help! Release Cameron.
8 metres short. Moses to Polo. That was an amazing catch in one hand, and the ball popped out the back, but Parramatta have turned it over.
They had 3 or 4 players all wide in a big clump. One of them was Junior. And had a set move there, but the ball went behind Junior Polo. There was a lot of players in motion. I told you, Matt, you should have taken the 2.
Well, Cameron Munster's coming from the field. Looks like a shoulder.
No, is he
Finger.
dislocated a finger or something?
Josh, move! All the way. Go free.
He's straight up the tunnel.
And King, meanwhile, gallops up to the halfway. Tyron Wishart's the new man on the field.
He'll slot straight in the halves.
Brad, he ran straight past you there, Cameron Munster. Can you tell us anything?
Yeah, we can see it was dislocated, and the trainer running alongside of him was saying it's come through the skin. So we'll see what happens in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Hurry, Josh, move!
If it's a compound, that's operation.
Well, the risk of that is infection, I suppose.
Overlap here.
That might be his night.
Penasini back off a right foot. Melbourne did well to recover. What a cracking start to the season. This is a beauty. It feels like a final from last year. Gutherson. Out the back it comes.
What happened in that tackle on Gutherson?
Junior, out the way, Junior.
And a switch of play from Moses.
Here's a kick for an outside man, but it was a fraction deep. Oh, and he's nearly come through the other side of that. Nick Meaney.
She's looking at the big boys. There's real fatigue in the game.
Oh, he's lost it here, Wishart. Here's a chance now. The ball on the bump finds Sebo. We got it back to away to Blake, and now this is Cartwright trying to cut through the middle. He gets another offload away. Back to Gutherson.
Stand now.
inside Melbourne's 20. They've been made to wait half an hour almost for a try here, the home fans, and they're about to see one. Murchie within 14 of the Melbourne line. Hodgson. Another offload out the back. Brown waiting for it this time. Steps off the left. Can't evade Meaney's tackle. Hodgson for Polo. Bumps off one. Not a second, and they come in numbers to stop him. Here's Gutherson. There's numbers. This is the try. And Will Penasini, the first name in the scorebook for 2023.
Yeah, too much fatigue in the defensive line for the Melbourne Storm. You can see the players on their haunches. And the Parramatta Eels, they went to their class. It was their captain in Clint Gutherson on that right-hand side. Just a little bit of structure. Harvey Norman replay just pulled young Tonamapea out of the defensive line. And Gutherson got on his outside. Will Penasini finishes off with the movement. But fatigue and a poor decision by Tonamapea. Parramatta, they extend their lead.
It looked like Junior Polo was going to score on the play before. He scattered defenders. There was 2 defenders left on the ground. Yeah, but you look at real fatigue in this game. Freddie.
Well, they attacked that side of defence that whole set. Cam Munster come running off, and all they did was just stick to that left-hand side defence. And it come down just to the patience of Clint Gutherson. He didn't panic. The defender sprint out. Just took his time. Watch this. He sees him coming out. Gets on his outside. And then once he got on his outside, it was all over. But just didn't panic. Smart work by the Parramatta side.
Great intensity, Brad, and great speed at the start of a season. You expect things to be a bit clunky at times, but there's been no sign of that.
Well, they like that in the trial, Parramatta. They had moments of brilliance, and it normally come off the halfback, but I think the hooker's making a huge difference. I didn't think, watching his service during the trials, I suppose I was pretty critical, but he's been outstanding. And on the back of that, they're just going forward.
Moses for an 8-0 advantage.
No good. Stay behind!
6-0 in favour of Parramatta. Oh, good tackle off the restart. McDonald with a driving shot. Breaking news, Danica Mason.
Yes, I've just spoken to the Storm staff and they've said that they've put Cameron Munster's finger back in after it was dislocated, but they are still waiting to decide whether he will make his return tonight. They'll make a decision at halftime, so we'll keep you updated.
Try to keep him off the field.
No, Junior. Take it back. Take it back.
Surely not. Compound fracture.
Just picking up on what Brad had to say there about Josh Hodgson, Andrew.
Yep.
Marnie was an outstanding middle defender and good kicking game, etc. But he's renowned for his attacking prowess, this guy, Josh Hodgson. So while they lose an excellent player in Marnie, they pick up someone who is a noted attacker and can manufacture points.
His service tonight has been top shelf. His passes have hit the mark. And we haven't really seen him get out of dummy half and show his skill. He also possesses a really good kick out of dummy half.
Yeah.
Gets out on the right side and nails him. Been known when he was at Canberra and nailed a lot of 40-20s.
Well, he's missed 2 seasons in the last 3 years through knee reconstructions.
Yeah.
He's obviously done the work through the pre-season and he's only going to get better.
Josh, Junior, wait.
Hughes kicks from well inside 40. An early kick there, tackle 4, and Gutherson Oh, nice work. Gee, they're back in their ability. There's nothing conservative about the Eels' play tonight. Oh, whoa!
That early kick. It's one way to wrestle back momentum by the Storm if they can back it up with a really good defensive set. They'll get the ball back in good field position.
Widemu Greg now, the former Cowboy, in his 4th appearance for Parramatta. And now Lumi scrambles to his feet, center of the 30-metre line. Gufferson with a run. And on play 5, Moses kicks from just inside his 40. And back comes Xavier Coates. 16 tries in 17 appearances for the Storm last year. Telstra has some of the best defence in the business, tackling millions of cyber threats every day. And there's a threat for the Melbourne Storm through Warbrick down the right-hand edge. Now Katoa.
He had a couple of touches. Katoa looks dangerous. I think that right side, Katoa, and also Reema Smith needs some more ball.
Out to Wishart and away to Meaney. They've caught them out once over on that side of the ground. But Parramatta's defence was able to fan across and cut off any opportunity there. One-handed offload. And back now to King in the centre. 8 metres out. Grant shows the ball, bounces back off Eel legs. Knock on.
Are you the captain right off?
And there's a challenge.
All right, G-Man, we have a captain's challenge from Melbourne, disputing the decision that they knocked the ball on. They believe Parramatta knocked it on first.
Parramatta. They put a foot out. Didn't see any hands.
Kick chase from Melbourne on the right is onside. The ball is then played at by Jack Murchie, playing on at this point. Just looking to determine if Parramatta knocked the ball on prior to Jerome Hughes.
There's a raking motion by the right hand. Is that Hopgood?
He certainly touches the ball. I have no idea what the rule is here.
Just looking to determine if when Jermaine Hopgood touches the ball, Jerome Hughes already has possession.
Has it even gone forward?
Although Jerome Hughes has possession, Jermaine Hopgood's hand has hit the ball. At the point that there is possession, Jerome Hughes maintains possession past that point. He then knocks it on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Sorry?
I have no idea.
The challenge is unsuccessful. That's the bit that matters.
He had possession of the ball and there was contact by the Parramatta player. But because...
Okay, so challenge is unsuccessful. Okay, you've had possession of the ball.
I'm going to lay down. Freddie.
No, he got it dead right. Jerome Hughes had the ball when the Parramatta player touched it. So he had control of the ball the whole time. The Parramatta bloke touched it, and afterwards he knocked it on. They got it dead right.
Thanks, Brad.
Joey's attention span didn't last long enough for the
I meant to say that.
We need a bucket of ice. You got any water up there, Joey? Just dunk that head in for a second. There we go. We're back now, Joey.
Thank you.
Move now! Mark straight, Tyron.
Big lump of a lad, this guy would have moved Greg.
He played in an All-Stars game a couple of years ago. He was one of the best players on the field.
I think he might have got caught into that game at the last minute too, from memory. Hopgood. He's the real worker in this pack. There's a ball, there's a charge, off forward. A forward pass call.
Mitchell.
Yeah. Mitchell Moses, when he passes this ball, I think the ball's flat, but when he passes the ball, he fades off the pass. Watch when Mitchell gets the ball. When he passes, he moves backwards and across. See that? Makes the ball look like it goes forward. I think it's a line ball.
Yeah, runs a really good line, Matt Dory. He's done it a couple of times tonight, and he scored a try in the trials.
How good is it to have the footy back, boys? Look at that.
It's a great stadium, isn't it?
It's the jewel in the crown here in Parramatta. Here's Hughes now. Oh, that could have gone either way, that one.
He was all in then, Micah. He didn't get that ball. That was try time.
Stand now. That's 0.
3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the opening half of the season. A brilliant game to kickstart the campaign, and Melbourne hoping to find some points against the possession count here just before half-time. Parramatta dominating with ball in hand. 6 more tackles awarded, and Liero gets within 3 metres of the line.
Strong tackle from Moses. He isolated Moses one-on-one.
Way to Tonamapaya, and a pass to Coates. Eels jumpers everywhere. Hodgson knocked it on.
A great scramble defence by Parramatta. And Josh Hodgson found himself out in the centres. Up against young Tonamapaya. Tonamapaya took him on, got the offload. And Will Penasini come over. Great commitment by Parramatta.
So, set restart via the scrum. 10 metres out, midfield.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory here for Parramatta.
Here's Hughes. He evades 2, 3, 4 of them. Hughes nearly gets there himself. Jeez, a great ball running halfback. He nearly showed them all up. Now Jordan Grant.
Okay, up together, boys. That's right.
Within a metre of the line. Ball sent through King, out to Wishart. And they put it down.
Yeah, the contact of Matt Dory coming across to help his halves partner. Looking after Mitchell Moses. Great contact on the arrow.
In the middle, guys.
This was Hughes' run. Right foot, right foot, right foot. They kept turning up, Parramatta. Brad Arthur will be happy with that little period of defence on the try line. This is the contact.
He's been impressive, Dory. He's filling a role there that was Isaiah Papali'i's.
Josh, break.
But as we've touched upon already, no Sean Lane and no Ryan Madison also tonight.
Release.
So that there is some high quality missing from this Parramatta pack.
Stand now. Wait.
Hear that contact.
Gotta hold, Ellie. Wait, Harry, wait.
And now Cartwright.
Ellie, Jerome up. Mark straight.
Running powerfully into the defence. Down the left-hand short side, Gutherson.
Last tackle.
Nicely read by that Melbourne right-hand combination. Remus Smith and Eli Katoa. Ball fired back. Moses tries a field goal. Lovely strike, but it's going to fade away to the right of the posts.
Wait till they're behind. Wait. No, we're on there.
And all the players, well, not all of them, but a chunk of them were in front of the 20, so he wasn't able to restart quickly there. Xavier Coates, and this will be the last play of the opening half. I think most people coming here anticipated there wouldn't be all that much between these two teams, and haven't they put on a show for the first 40 minutes of season 2023. It is the home team with a narrow advantage though. Parramatta 6, Melbourne 0.
Find their rhythm in the next 10 minutes. Forget the scoreboard for both Parramatta and Melbourne.
Here's Murchie in his first outing as an Eel. He's played 37 games for the Warriors in the last 3 seasons and started his career with 3 games for Canberra. Hopgood now. Oh, there's a good bullocking run by Vitamu Greg.
Release Cameron!
Oh, he's all aggression, isn't he? Trying to swat Munster away to get up and play the ball.
Alec, let go!
And 2 runs in 3 plays by Hopgood. Thought the ball might have popped out there. Referee not forthcoming with a whistle. With a high long kick by Mitchell Moses and fielded by Coates. Good kick chase, good strong defence.
Mark straight, Josh.
That's Warbrick.
Dylan, wait, here's 10.
194 centimetres.
Let go, Jack.
He's a real target out on that right-hand wing for an attacking cross kick. If Melbourne get the opportunity, they haven't had all that much football up Parramatta's end of the ground, to be truthful. And now Eli Katoa,
Last tackle, Dylan, right.
a 23-year-old back rower, a new recruit to the club. Munster with a good strike on that. Lumi, the target. And the chase is good here for Melbourne. McDonald down there in 15 to make the tackle, along with 17, Jordan Grant.
Go in, Ellie. You guys, that was a tackle and he was never in a vulnerable position. There's a difference, all right? There's a difference. They are, you will, but that was different.
It's very much unlike the Melbourne Storm, giving a cheap penalty away like that. When they've got a team down in their own area, normally their discipline is first class.
Let him up now. Got a hold here, guys. Hold. Up out. Mark straight, Jordan.
Feels like a big occasion here tonight. Oh, there's a play. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a high tackle.
No, he does, but
He's making a tackle and he has a fucking collision.
he does, but it's made contact with the head.
I think he's making a tackle on Mitchell Moses.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out of it, and somehow there's some sort of friendly
I
fire.
understand that, but he made contact with the head.
Oh,
That's not a high tackle.
didn't even
He
clip him
doesn't
high.
even...
I just think because it looks so awkward.
It happened really fast too.
Just hold here, Jordan. Just get those rucks tight.
It's Liero, the man who's been pinned there. So what could have been a huge play in favour of Melbourne, forcing a drop ball, has gone the other way. And now Parramatta are hunting up for maybe a second try of the game. Ball played back, middle of the ground. Hopgood with a show and go. He got hit hard. He's able to get the pass away though. Hodgson, it's a scrappy ball and Brown scraps for it and wins it back. Here's Greg once again within 12 metres. Long pass to Moses at first receiver, and then Murchie off an inside ball. McDonald combining with Josh King to make the tackle. Moses, Gutherson, good defence so far. Ball goes back to Gutherson, dribbles a kick in behind, and it's been cleaned up, and there's high contact on Harry Grant.
He's a worker, Harry Grant. He's always in the position, always finding a way to get himself into the game. He just folds back on this kick and then tries to keep himself out of the in-goal. Dylan Brown, unfortunately, clips him high.
So the possession's still 58% in favour of Parramatta.
They've made 72 more tackles than Melbourne Storm. Normally with stats like that, you'd be down 3 or 4 tries. It goes to show the scramble defence by the Melbourne Storm.
Grant with a run.
No, it's too smart.
Play the balls inside. And Mark's over there's the 10 minutes.
Yeah, a couple of big plays from Harry Grant. The first one collecting the kick, and then that one just catches the marker offside. Down to you, Freddie.
Yeah, just talking about the fatigue level with the more tackles. They might hit late, especially with that Munster interchange. That cost them 2 interchanges. Wonder if that'll be crucial late in the game.
Yes. Certainly some tired legs, as you would expect in round 1 of the season. And Melbourne being asked to do a pile of work. Away to King.
Up now, Josh. Back foot.
Down on Parramatta's 10. Hodgson and Brown, the defenders. It comes away to Hughes. They cut him off out wide, so he's forced to take the tackle.
Release Maramu.
Grant away to Meany. Glorious play, Melbourne. That is so good.
Yeah, we've seen this in the first half by Junior Polo. A beautiful little turn up, and this time it was King. Harry Grant gets out of dummy half, untidy ruck, and then King just 1-2 to Nick Meany, who's had a fantastic game.
Yeah, Josh King, beautiful pass. It was great footwork when he catches the ball. He's on his toes. Watch the way when he catches the ball. Look at the footwork there, the way he gets the ball and twists the body. Singleton Jr. played a bit of footy at the Knights. Really found a home down in Melbourne Storm. He's the classic Craig Bellamy sort of coach. Honest, tough, works hard. Showed great footwork there, the way he caught the ball and pirouetted and moved his hips.
Singleton.
Singer. Singleton Greyhound. Steve Simpson territory. Their bones are made of titanium there.
We're locked up. Wasn't it? Nick Meany, another unsung hero in this Melbourne team, and then they're the sorts of players, just like Josh King, as Andrew's pointed out, that are vital cogs.
They're the sort of players, classic players that go to the Melbourne Storm and find a home. He's grown a leg down there. Works hard, he's tough, diligent the way he trains, never let anyone down. They're the sort of characteristics that the Storm and Craig Bellamy likes, and he moulds them into first graders. Great to see him kick on down there, Josh King.
He is a big beast, Eli Katoa.
Once they start working out how to use him, and that's up to Jerome Hughes on that right side. I think that right side with Eli Katoa.
That was a slick play the ball, and Hughes ran off Grant. There's a little bit of danger maybe for Parramatta here. Melbourne with the benefit of some points, starting to feel their way into it, and there is a booming tackle by Xavier Coates.
Yeah, we see the danger. That's coming from Harry Grant. He had a great little period the last 5 minutes. He regathered that kick, then got a penalty for his team, and then set up that try that King laid on. He's the danger man for Melbourne at the minute.
And here's Dory. Another determined charge. Played 18 games for Canterbury over a couple of seasons. He hasn't been able to string any consistent football together through injury. He's had no luck at all.
Billy, does Harry Grant normally play 80 at club level?
Oh, he's certainly got the motor to play 80. He's always had Brandon Smith there as a little backup, but he's one of the fittest players down in Melbourne. He gives so much. That's big challenge for Harry is he's always in the picture. He's always given plenty. I think he's planning to play 80 this year.
Well, he's topped the tackle count at the moment. And you can see he's still getting out of dummy half, sniping away with his speed. Incredibly fit.
Wide pass in dummy half. Here's Munster with a dummy and run. And out the back it comes to Grant, who's there in support. He got tackled by Hopgood. And a quick play of the ball again. They've really turned up the intensity dial here, the Storm now. Meaney plays it 15 metres over the halfway. And a kick in towards the corner. Not the desired result for Melbourne. Gutherson with it back. Captains the Eels tonight for the 120th time, Clint Gutherson. He's the second longest serving captain in Parramatta history. And you think about some of the great leaders at this club over many years.
Steve Edge?
Yeah.
Was he number one?
No, Nathan Kalis is number one.
Kalis.
Over 200 games as captain.
Last tackle, let go!
Oh, they wanted a penalty there.
Get him, Josh, Will. Hold on. Stand, Regan! Fine, both feet. Okay, one. Josh!
It's Coates trying to pull through the first line of defence.
Really starting to get a roll on Melbourne, especially in the middle of the field. Billy, when you're out there playing, what was the message you've given to your teammates, especially your dummy half?
Well, you want to combine. You don't want to try and do it all yourself. You want to get a little trick play in and around the ruck. Maybe a Hughes and Meaney combination, or a Munster-Meaney combination.
Hughes on the right-hand side. Ball finds its way to Remus Smith.
It's hard to touch the ball, Remus.
He might have been tackled in the air there, and Ashley Klein says no, it was okay, play on. Lumi's put to ground, and Hughes is not happy with the call.
Jordan, get up!
Sevo! Oh, that was a charge. This has turned into a cliffhanger of a contest.
Ellie, wait!
You can feel the tension here.
Surrender! Stand down, Junior, out of the way,
It's kick for kick just at the minute. Moses down the middle of the ground. Meaney with a run back. Tonamapea with a one-handed scoop, and now Coates wins 10 metres. Put down within 8 of the halfway. Now Big Nelson's back into the fray, and he ran straight at Mitchell Moses, who chased hard from marker. Here's an overlap for Melbourne. A good recovery. Wonga Blake got over there to cut them off, and there is a mistake, and Parramatta have forced a turnover. Oh, here's Nelson, ragdolling Gutherson. Welsh back on the ground too, so two starting props. Reintroduced by Craig Bellamy.
Christian, hurry up!
Oh, pressure pass. Found its mark though. Gutherson held onto the ball under the pressure of Remus Smith's tackle. Moses ducks down the left-hand edge. And the ball bounces kindly from Meaney, who runs it back. Haven't seen Dylan Brown that much with the ball tonight.
Hasn't had much ball at all, has he, Dylan? Got that sharp left foot step.
I only really make that comment because Moses going down the left to put that kick in. It's normally the side where Brown is so prominent.
Next penalty in this game will be huge. So this ball has been in play for a long time. A lot of fatigue out there. See both teams really struggling to put their plays on because of so much fatigue.
Grant finds Munster, and then Hughes, and then Meaney, who tries to get around the outside, and then the ball to Warbrick. It's that illusion of space out there which Parramatta provides, and they cut off the opportunity. Oh, a kick there to Xavier Coates, who nearly flew and took it above the pack there.
Yeah, Cameron Munster does a great job to bring his players onto this ball. Runs a long way. Beautiful crossfield kick. And Xavier Coates, he usually eats them.
He's holding a sternum or a left shoulder, Xavier Coates.
Danica, what can you tell us?
Yes, it's actually quite a remarkable effort from Xavier Coates. We've been watching him for the last few minutes and he's certainly struggling. He's been pointing to the trainer and pointing to his left clavicle and he's grabbing around his throat. He doesn't look to be in a good way. We'll keep an eye on him, but I don't know whether he'd be able to finish this match out just looking at the amount of pain he's in at the moment.
Danica, his left what?
Clavicle.
What's that?
Along your
collarbone.
neckline.
Your collarbone.
Okay, can you just say collarbone, please? Oh, good offload.
Now Brown. Cut off by Katoa. When's the last time we had a stoppage?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Campbell Gillard.
A lot of these big men, they'd be redlining at the moment.
Brown, Gutherson around the back, kicks in behind. He's been good tonight. Nick Meaney, he's been everywhere and he does another great job there.
Been impressed, Billy, Nick Meaney.
Have a look at Hughes now. Oh, he's been dragged over.
Wow,
the tackle wasn't completed.
Well, the momentum never stopped and Micah Sevo just kept Jerome Hughes off the ground and kept his momentum moving forward, dragged him over the sideline. Saw an opportunity down a short side, Jerome. You just see Micah. Well, that's impressive.
Sifo. They're normally chanting when he's scoring tries. That time he's nearly thrown Jerome Hughes into the third row. Well, that might be the little bit of individual brilliance that is needed to give Parramatta an advantage here. They've got possession back and they are down inside Melbourne's 30-metre zone. Ball played by Polo. And now Hopgood, who's made nearly 40 tackles on debut for the club. And back to Regan Campbell-Gillard. What a start to the year. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching us. We're at CommBank Stadium on the home of Rugby League. Nine's Wide World of Sports. And we are locked up. For how much longer though? Polo off a pass by Hodgson. The rampaging front rower has crashed over.
Somebody comes out of the line here and just leaves space. Josh Hodgson just shows his class. Just watch the time he gets in the middle of the field. He gets the ball and watch the way he changes his speed. Harvey Norman replay. He comes out of the line here. Look, ball in two hands. Someone gets up past the ball. It's Cameron Munster. Junior Polo one-on-one that close to the line. No one's going to stop him.
Yeah, beautiful play by the number 9 for the Parramatta Eels. He plays slow and waits for the defence to make an error. Just watch Josh Hodgson here, the number 9 for the Parramatta Eels. He's got the ball now. Just watch him slow the play down and just waits for Cameron Munster to come out of the line. Junior Polar, well, he changed his line. He felt the space on his outside.
Moses drills the conversion. So Xavier Coates has succumbed to that injury.
Stay behind.
It's Tyron Wishart who's gone on to replace him.
Stay behind.
And it's a straight swap, Wishart onto the wing. Look, he's missed so much football over the last few years, Josh Hodgson, that you forget just how great an attacking player he is. There was a time when Canberra were contending for grand finals and premierships that he was probably the second best hooker in the game behind their own Cameron Smith. He's been so skillful again tonight. Yes, Brad?
Well, it's hard to replace wingers, and Tyron Wishart, he is versatile. He's going to be up against Isaac Lumi, a renowned try scorer. It's going to be a tough ask for the young fella, but he's been pretty capable in most positions. Let's see how he goes on the wing.
His dad was a winger.
No pressure.
Has he got the ankle high tops, which his dad used to wear?
Has he got thighs the size of the goalpost pads?
Yeah, it's half of Gerringong, his dad.
He was
I think Mick Cronin owns the other half. What's the mindset now of Cameron Munster, Billy? You know him well. You've coached him, played with him. He's made a real defensive error there. What's his mindset?
Well, there's still 20 minutes to go in this game, and you've got to get your team back into it. And you get them back into it by kicking long, completing your sets, and creating a little bit of fatigue in the defensive line to help when you pull the trigger.
Spin it, and over on that right-hand side, there was a chance for Warbrick if they could get the ball to him, but again, good defence on the Eels' left edge. Hughes drives it into the air, and Grant lined up Gubberson from a fair way back. And along with Munster, they bring him to ground.
What an effort by Harry Grant.
Now Lumi. Oh, he's lost it. That's the defensive pressure. Here's Nelson. Nelson out of a Solomona. They force the ball out, and Nelson from close range has held them all off.
Okay,
They're going to have a look at this one.
They're coming up to a zero tackle. I have no try. We're just confirming there is actually a double knock on.
Well, they're going to have a look at the double knock on here. This is a big play by Nelson Asafa Solomona. He comes out of the line and just lines up Lumi, and the contact dislodges the ball.
Harry's knocked it off. Josh King.
Well, the ball goes forward off Lumi.
So got a knock-on from Isaac Lumi and then a knock-on from Josh King.
Oh, it's a
we
big
have
play.
a decision.
It's a big play by Nelson.
And Billy, you spoke about the kick. The ball went up from Jerome Hughes, and there was one man chasing.
Thanks, mate.
That was Harry Grant, who's topped the tackle count. He's made 47 tackles. Been dangerous out of dummy half. And just these special efforts, they turn the momentum. Watch, the ball goes up, and who's chasing? Harry Grant, 47 tackles. Sniped out of dummy half all night. Look who's down there. What a player.
Yeah, they got Nelson out of the scrum on the left-hand side here.
Let's go.
Close to the line.
Well, he was the man that produced the big play for the turnover, and they use him as a decoy. Tonamapaya, yes! Yes, it's a try!
And momentum took him over with that break.
Oh, Cameron Munster. The biggest decoy in the world, Big Nelson. But Cameron Munster, watch the deception here. The big play for a half for a ball player, Harvey Norman replay, is to hide the ball from the opposition. Look at that for a dummy. The opposition can't see the ball. All eyes are on Big Nelson. Will Penasini, he's looking infield at Nelson. He hides that ball like a magician. He made the error defensively when Junior Polo scored, and then he's dragged one back, Cameron Munster. That was pretty special.
I think he got caught in a bit of the tape, that he had to tape his finger together. But that is a big play. And you said, how's Cameron Munster going to respond? Well, it was Nelson that gifted him the field position. And then he used Big Nelson as a decoy. This will show it perfect.
Beautiful.
Just watch Penasini, number 3 for Parramatta. Just look in at Nelson for a split second. That allows Munster to get to Lumi. And then young Tonamapaya didn't have a contract a month ago. Now he's scored a try to help put them level.
He actually releases the ball.
Yes, Brad.
We're going off last year. Nick Meaney's about to take a goal kick from the sideline. Mitchell Moses' percentage was 10% higher than Nick Meaney. When you got games with 16 minutes to go, 12-10, goal kicking becomes crucial.
So he's a metre in. He's had a big game so far, Nick Meaney, and he has nailed it. We're locked up again. Well, they've turned the game back once more, Melbourne. They absorb all the pressure, and then once they get one minor opening, they can make it count. And the magician himself, Munster, at work. 12 all. Here comes the skipper, Christian Welsh.
Junior! He's 10 Jarrell, wait.
Breaking news, Danica.
Yes, we've just had confirmation from the Melbourne Storm Sheds that it's actually an SC joint issue for Xavier Coates. So that is an SC joint is where the sternum and the collarbone, which is also known as the clavicle. I know Joey loves the medical terminology. That's where those two bones join. So he's still currently getting assessed at the moment, but considering the amount of pain that he was in before he went from the field, it's not looking good.
SC is sternoclavicular. I've actually done one before. An SC.
Well, we hear a lot of players injure their AC joint. It's the other end of the clavicle. That's a less common one.
Oh, honestly, it's turning an episode of Doctor Who. Here's Sivo. He's taken it nicely under enormous. Oh, he gets up. Oh, he thought he wasn't held.
You're a tackle there, strong tackle.
He wasn't a qualified GP, was he, Doctor Who? He's got your qualification, Joey. Here's Wonga Blake.
Ellie, move! Josh Harry, wait.
And now Cartwright, that's a strong charge. Long ball from dummy half again. And now Jara Momasia is the man who gets a chance. His first involvement in a Parramatta jumper, former Newcastle player. Tomorrow night, Friday night footy. The twice reigning premiers have against the Brisbane Broncos. Bluebet Stadium. I didn't hear it's a sellout, but if it's not, I don't know why it isn't. And that's a high shot.
Yeah, it's a lazy shot from Momasia. Just gets Wishart high. You see Eli Katoa bleeding from the eyebrow.
For the Storm to be even, they've made around 70-odd more tackles They've had injuries to Cameron Munster, who's off the field. Xavier Coates has gone off. For them to be in this game with this far out, it's been some effort. Round one.
Well, Bronson Garlick getting ready, Billy, for his first involvement in the NRL. What a great story. Late 20s, 28 is he? It's remarkable.
Yeah, great show of persistence. He's played over 100 reserve grade games in the New South Wales Cup. 27 years old. And looks like he's about to come on the field.
And a pretty important stage of proceedings too.
Got a lot of blood here.
12 balls. Oh, dear, oh dear. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, okay.
You see that with boxes where they get opened up over the eye.
That was Eli Katoa. He just got a bit of friendly fire with an elbow. And young Tonomapaya. He's been opened up over the right eye.
It's 12 points all, Parramatta and Melbourne.
Look at that. That's a shot. They're going to have to leave him out there. He can't come off.
Okay, so young Tonomapaya gets to his feet, but this is going to be an HIA. So, Billy, they've got issues now with outside backs, given Xavier Coates has gone, and now Tonomapaya is following off.
Yeah, not just outside backs, but also interchanges. They've only got the one interchange to go. There's still 13 and a half minutes left in this contest as we see Bronson Garlick take the field in the NRL for the first time.
So he's gone into the middle, Bill. And this is Trent Liero. Has he gone to the left centre position?
Yeah.
All right. Use the foot. Let's go.
Oh, Nelson.
Regan, move.
Well, it's made for Munster, isn't it?
Wait here, wait.
The game's set up. It's where you need your big players standing up. There goes Bronson Garlick, first touch in first grade.
Yes, 80 fans, or 80 or so fans here tonight in a particular section of the crowd to cheer him on.
Hell! Get up, Regan, get up.
And now Harry Grant.
Last tackle, Jermaine,
He is
get up.
blistering from dummy half. Melbourne close again here. Away to Hughes. Up in the air, Warbrick, he can leap, and he's just been denied there by Sivo, who takes no chances and whacks it over the back.
Yeah, very conservative by Micah Sivo. Would have felt like an eternity if this ball was in the air. Will Warbrick breathing down his throat. Takes no chances, just bats it over the dead ball line. Freddie.
Stay behind.
So just an update on the interchange. When Bronson Garlick went on, he went on for a HIA. Now, there's only 13 minutes left when he went on. But the HIA is 15 minutes of actual time. So that'll make it interesting. Also, it'll also come into play if we go into extra time as well. So at the moment, the Melbourne Storm will finish with this team unless there's delays enough where the 15 minutes HIA comes into play.
All right, well, they've got that short dropout wrong, and I'm wondering if they might be even thinking about the 1 point this far out from home. They're keeping it in pretty close to the post here. Meany looks like he's getting settled out the back. They go right, though, to Jerome Hughes, and he steps back in. He's cut down by Polor. Here's Harry Grant, and a strong run towards the posts.
Katoa.
It's Katoa with the headband on now. They're all bandaged up. A metre out. Hughes is there if they want it. It goes to Hughes. He ignores the one. They spit it through the hands, and they might have thought better in hindsight because Meany's put it down and might have saved a try with that tackle.
He second-guessed himself there, Munster. He was thinking kick. And then the last resort, he went for the pass and didn't find the mark. Went behind Meaney. There's a head clash here between Penasini and Munster. Munster went in hard at the tackle. All accidental.
Someone else worries about that. Head clash.
Penasini's lucky he didn't break his jaw then.
The NRL Telstra Premiership is back for 2023 with more teams, games and unmissable action than ever before. To experience the NRL Telstra Premiership live, head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seats. A wonderful schedule of matches for the opening round of the Premiership.
Bronson, move! Mark straight, Josh. Hold in, wait.
Polo for Brown, for Blake now.
Tackle 3, time off. Well,
He's Wanga Blake. He's had no ball, has he, on that side of the field?
Well, that's the side they need to attack too, Joey. Melbourne's left edge, it's nearly completely different to what they started with. You got Wishart on the wing, Liero playing 3 in from the wing, and Cameron Munster and Nelson Asafa-Solomona out there. So they've had to shuffle the decks on the left-hand side, Melbourne.
So that call was the bunker, advising the referee that Will Penasini showing signs of concussion, so he's been sent for an HIA.
Bronson straight. No, wait, Harry, wait.
Brown to Murchie.
Last tackle. Reverse.
Searching run from him. And the tackle made by Smith. Pressure on Moses. And that's the result of it. He doesn't hit it as well as he might have liked. Gutherson chases through, wants to offload to someone, rolls it along the turf, and it's picked up here by Melbourne.
Remus Smith.
It's a great pickup.
Picks it up one-handed.
They really rushed Moses there.
It was a poor pass from dummy half to Moses. I don't know who threw it, but it wasn't Hodgson. It was someone else in dummy half.
Good run, Bronson Garlick. Welsh now met one-on-one by Josh Hodgson, Brown and Hopgood as well. We're inside the final 10 minutes. This has been a wonderful start to the year. Hughes bombs away out towards the left. One of the Melbourne chasers has been felled, but Blake has taken it nicely. Momasia, fast play the ball. Cartwright now carries it strongly. Harry Grant's limping around in back play. Also, high attrition rate in this game.
Ellie, let go. Christian, here, Christian.
Now Campbell Gillard runs towards Liero. That's tackle 5. And they hung off Moses waiting for a kick, so he grabs some extra metres and then kicks in behind the defence, and the ball rolls over the touchline. 16 out from the Melbourne Storm line and 8.5 to play.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will be rushing to this play the ball. I think both teams are looking for a little bit of oxygen. 71.5 minutes into this contest, first game of the year. Sure, there's been some drop balls, but it's been high quality. A bit of a war out there.
Oh, is there more blood on that finger on Munster? I thought I saw there was more blood.
That's a brave effort.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan, get up!
They said there was a compound dislocation. There's no chance he'll be back.
Let go, Josh! Regan, hold! Regan! Go.
Well, here's Hughes. He's one out here, and he's manhandled by Bryce Cartwright. He looked up and expected to see some support, but
Bryce, let go!
all he saw was the turf when Bryce Cartwright drove him in. And Hughes away now for Munster. And he stops and has nowhere to go.
Help! Release that tackle! Mark straight. No, you're milking. You're milking.
Last play. High and deep that kick by Jerome Hughes, taken by Sevo, who swats away Katoa but runs to the middle of the field where Garlick makes an excellent tackle with Christian Welsh.
He's been good, Garlick, since he's been on. High work rate.
Polo.
Wonga Blake holding it.
Oh, gee, another one down.
Oh, good tackle.
That's Nelson driving in there on Momasia. Here's Gutherson now.
Last tackle, Harry, stand.
Virginia Paulo's got something wrong with him in back play as well. They're all going down. This is remarkable. I think it might be a calf, and they are big calves. He's got a cramp there, Junior.
Cows.
How'd you like to be the physio on those calves? It's a shallow kick by Moses, who was rushed again. Oh, Wishart's lost the ball. Oh, that's a big moment.
Billy, whose responsibility here when the ball goes up like that?
Well, I think Tyron Wishart had the ball, and then he heard Nick Meaney say something, and he pulled out. So a lack of communication or early communication between the winger and fullback, and he lunges late.
But if someone's coming forward at the ball, the fullback, or someone going back, would it be easy for the fullback coming forward?
Generally, the bloke coming forward has right away, but Brad?
It's always the miss kick. The miss kick. Gutho took 30 seconds to play the ball. All sorts of pressure, and here they go.
They stack the left-hand side, Brad, and Sevo! Oh, Sevo ran out of space and threw a kick through.
Oh, Micah.
Watch the ball.
Micah.
Where's Brad Arthur? Can we get a shot of Brad Arthur?
Well, there was a chance. There was a chance down the left-hand side. They created an opportunity, but first play, they haven't had much field position in the last 5 or 10 minutes.
What's he thinking?
Stand now. It's 0. Go.
Well, 5 minutes to go, Joey. What are you telling your troops? Where do you want them?
Lost it. Another mistake. Momasia forcing an error.
And I'm running from dummy half. I got my outside backs. Screaming at a dummy half. Letting my big man rest. And then trying to get some field position. And whacking a field goal over. I think Moses here will take control. If we watch Mitchell Moses this whole set, he'll just pull out of the play. He'll let Gutherson and Dylan Brown steer the team around. When he sees an opportunity, he'll nail the field goal. There he is there. This is why the halfbacks are paid what they are. When the game's on the line, they got to deliver. See Moses getting in behind to play the ball. I don't think he'll touch the ball till he wants to kick the field goal.
Yes, he's marshalling traffic at the moment. There's Campbell Gillard. The Para fans know this is the set. Can last year's beaten grand finalists poke their bibs ahead in the shadows of full time? It's been an epic start to the year. Campbell Gillard now gallops inside the 10. This is probably it. Hopgood's providing a bit of coverage. Back to Moses, centre of the ground. It takes a rebound away, and Melbourne have got the ball back.
Oh, what an effort by their two big men. Christian Welsh and Big Nelson sprinted 25 metres there.
Just pick the ball
We
up.
can get a replay from the play the ball when Moses. Watch where these big men come. 25 metres to get there. Look at the effort.
Wow.
Round one, what are we, 75 minutes in. They've had no ball, the Melbourne Storm. 60, 70 more tackles than Parramatta. And your two big men.
Stay here. Play the ball.
Big play.
Play the ball. Play the ball.
They need their outside backs here. Need to take the load off the big men. And their outside backs, 3 or 4 runs.
Keep working, Regan. Josh, let go. Regan.
That's Garlick again, another good run. Oh, they wanted a forward pass. They didn't get the call, the Para faithful. Here's Meany with a dash. Well, this is a good set by Melbourne.
We'll have a shot.
No, not yet.
It's a very long-range one. Munster, no. They cut him off, so he kicks for himself. Did they take him out? No. So there's been golden point in the opening game of the season twice before, gents. Melbourne and Dragons, that was in 2009. Dragons Knights in 2012. We might have a third coming up. 2.5 to play.
Well, we know Moses has got a whopping boot on him. He just needs a play the ball that'll gift him no pressure. He can kick it from anywhere, Moses.
Will he want to give away a seven tackle restart if he misses? I think he kicks long. I don't know if he goes for the field goal here.
Here he is.
Here he is. Oh, they go away from Moses. They go to Brown. They want the try. And Cartwright's knocked it on.
What a game.
Rugby league, you are a wonderful thing.
I'm playing the knock on. Wait, knock on, last tackle, play the ball there. It's a knock on. Play there. He threw himself out.
Well, there's a minute and a half to go. If Melbourne play this smart, they'll get last crack at it here.
Jerome! It's on the 10-metre line. No, because it's a knock on.
So, Freddie, how's the minutes going with the HIA, which you spoke about?
Well, young Tony McPhee, he's back on the sideline, so he's got the green card in his hand, so he'll be available to come back on, I'm assuming, any second now. Like, it's 15 minutes real time, and there's been plenty of breaks since he went off.
So that's three down. Oh! Wow! They can kick for the line and set up for 1 point here, Melbourne.
They're going captain's challenge.
Okay, G-Man, we have a captain's challenge from Parramatta.
Who's the field goal?
The decision of
is it Munster or is it Jerome Hughes? Well, Nick Meaney's kicking
maybe
for goal.
They'll pick one. Well, this is a big challenge.
The Melbourne player is just getting up to play the ball on the mark. Josh Hodgson comes back through the ruck and knocks the ball out, causing ruck interference. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Well, what this has done is it's stopped the clock. So Melbourne can set their play now. They'll kick for touch.
And it's given the kickers 30, 40 seconds rest.
Right,
they'll have a plan.
Which will get their petrol tanks back up. Near full.
There's your mark. Okay.
So your decision making is a lot better when you're fresher.
Well, you've got a left foot kicker in Munster, right foot kicker in Hughes. I think they'll both be in position.
50 seconds to go. The first run by Remus Smith. They'll probably get, what, 3 plays before they can pull the trigger? McDonald now. That's the 30-metre line. And here goes King. And they'd love a quick play the ball. They're going to go now. And it's Munster. It's a stinker of a kick. And Blake's done well to scamper back and get into the field of play. Oh, they passed to Sivo. It's a penalty. They were offside.
So if Moses gets this ball down past the halfway line, he'll have a crack. He'll have a crack here, Moses.
55.
He can't kick it from here, can
Well, you'll see.
Here we are, Moses.
He's gone for the bomb.
He's going to bang it high in the air. Who wants a piece of that? Gutho does. It bounces back for Garlic.
Surely not.
And he gets a pass away. It's still play on. Everyone stopped. Grant threw a pass out wide. It's Warbrick now. He's gone behind his own man. The referee didn't blow a penalty, and we're headed to golden point for game 1 of 2023.
Yeah, both sides do, so just in case.
We've got Brad Fittler walking out on the field.
These blokes can barely breathe. No one's got the energy to communicate with each other just yet. Christian Welsh and Jerome Hughes are starting to conjure up something already. What an ask for the players.
Who's doing all the talking in the Parramatta huddle? Freddie?
Well, none at the moment. The trainer's been... Bryce Cartwright's talking to Junior. Mitchell Moses looks pretty relaxed, actually. Here he goes. He's just starting to get some instructions to his team now. The big thing is who wins the toss.
Well, what do you do, Freddie? Do you kick off or do you receive if you get the option?
No, I think kicking off. If you can put a really good set on, if you can put 2-3 good tackles and restrict their meterage, you get a real chance.
Wander over there to the Storm huddle there, Freddie. Tell us how they're looking.
Well, Munster's out the back, actually. He always looks relaxed, but Hughes and Welsh were talking earlier. Well, I think they're discussing something that happened in the game prior to the bell. How does Gutho find a laugh in this
Tails
moment?
is a call. That's a tail. You got the option to kick off or choose which way? Okay, so which way do you want to go?
Christian Welsh wants to kick off.
Kicking off, going that way. Okay, all the best,
And
guys.
they're staying the same side. They're amazingly fit, these blokes. They've just had 2 minutes rest and they wouldn't blow out a candle at the moment.
All right,
they all look ready to go.
So
here we go. Strut yourself in.
You're saying Melbourne to kick off, and we're looking for. I'll tell you who we're looking for. It's Big Nelson. He's going to try and belt someone. That's what's going to happen.
What would you do in this situation, Bill? Would you kick off or receive?
Well, I think what Brad said, you want to win the field position early, and if you can kick off and get a nice deep kick off, get a couple of nice tackles, you restrict their metres and make them kick out of their own 30 or 40 metre line, and then you start just chipping away at that field position until you get inside that 30 and you can have a good percentage shot at field goal.
Well, we've waited all summer to get the footy back, so it's only fair that we give you a bit extra than 80 minutes to enjoy in game one. Golden point it is here at Combank. The Eels and Melbourne 12 each. We know you've missed it. The drama and the brilliance.
5 minutes each way.
It's been on full display
5 minutes each way. Golden point.
on the first evening of the season. So Munster's going to kick off. It's brave that he's even out there given what happened with his hand. There's the long restart. It flies 50 and Campbell Gillard.
Good tackle on their 10 metre mark. That's a great kick chase off the kick off by the Storm.
Good run by Hopgood. Just picked up 15 metres there. Now Polor. Welsh rushed out to stop his progress. They're 20 short of the halfway. Hodgson. Oh, crunching shot by Nelson.
Nelson, get up! Come down.
Dory was on the receiving end, and Hopgood goes again. Lovely pass. Good pick up. Gutherson up over the halfway. He couldn't get it away to Moses. This is the last. Moses rolls it in behind. The ball sits up for Nick Meaney, and now Parramatta will be looking to dish out some defensive punishment. The Storm shift. Hughes shows, goes, offloads. Smith with it now. And now Munster. 33 metres out. What tackles this? 4. One more towards the post, and Melbourne with the first shot of Golden Point. You have to think. Munster's waiting for it. It goes to Nick Meaney. He's got a lot of time. Oh, it's a wobbly old shot across the face.
But it stayed
it
in.
Hasn't gone dead. Now it has.
Wow, 7 tackle set. They'll get their chance, Parramatta. Melbourne threw caution to the wind. They took the game on.
Both feet.
Half line break down the right-hand side. Eli Katoa nearly found some space.
Gee, he had some time there, Meaney, didn't he? They were all expecting Munster to get it. Dory with a good quick play the ball. And Hopgood, he's been tireless on debut for Parramatta. Polo, bad pass. Moses recollects. Oh, Brown's knocked it on. And Hughes.
Thank you.
Wow. That was not part of the plan for Parramatta to turn it over. That could be fatal.
It's been strong, Billy.
Yeah.
More brick.
It's been a great debut.
Now Garlick, speaking of which, only came into the game late, but he's been involved in a lot of good stuff. Welsh now, surely they have to nail it here. 10 metres out. Munster and Meany the two options. Grant goes himself from dummy half and reaches out to win the game for the Storm.
Yeah, the ball's always up.
Well, Harry Grant, we spoke about how much he's worked tonight. Billy, 60 tackles. You've coached this young man at Origin level. Tell us about coaching him.
Well, just have a look at him there. Have a look at Harry Grant. He's given everything, which he does every time he puts a jersey on, doesn't matter what colour it is. He is one heck of a player, and if anyone deserves to win the game for their team tonight, it's Harry Grant. Just have a look at this. They're all set up for the field goal. Harvey Norman replay, and like all night, he's just seen an opportunity close to the ruck, backs his instinct and his speed, power, and just mindset to keep the ball off the ground. This is incredible from Harry after what he's got through tonight to win the game for his team, his club and his coach.
What a player.
What a player.
What a player. And you don't see the efforts off the ball. Chasing kickers, chasing the kicks, cleaning up around the ruck defensively. What a performance.
There's going to be some tired boys tomorrow.
Oh.
I think we're seeing two of the top teams of the competition here tonight. Just the resilience, the toughness of their defence, and just a player a little bit late out of the tackle, Harry Grant. He identifies that and just gets up and scoots. Incredible. Keeps his record, Craig Bellamy.
Perfect record, and you never lose that winning adulation, do you? Especially, they've done it the tough way here too, Melbourne. They've lost a lot of players during the course of this game.
69 more tackles than Parramatta. They had hardly any field position. Spoke about the injuries they've had during the game. One stage they had no interchange. And just toughed it out. What a performance. Round one.
Golden point. The Melbourne Storm over Parramatta 16-12. A lot to get through in the wash-up to all of this.